Hello and grand rising. What a beautiful day it is the good Lord has made. Let us all be glad and rejoice in it. Ha ha ha. Yes, Monday, June 23rd. We're in the building, y'all. God has done it again. I mean, we up, eyes open, ears open, feet have hit the floor. Officially, we in it to win it. Ain't no plan, ain't no half stepping. You're trained here with Coach Chop. Coach Chop in the building. Thank y'all for joining, aka Chop in Hood. Bringing Wall Street to y'all street. Taking from the rich, giving to the poor. We get this thing started at 8 a.m. Central. Yeah, you already know what it is, right? So y'all please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can go over to allbarelite.com and click on that Facebook tab down at the bottom, and you could actually join our Facebook community for free. Disclaimer: this is for educational purposes only. Past profits not guaranteed future results. This company does not guarantee any profitability on any trade decision you make. It's totally up to you. So trade at your own risk. If you do want to know how to trade, you know how to do what we do, right now, actually go over to allbarelite.com and click on this little link right here, right? Register for our Easy 80 trading program, and what will happen is I will get in touch with you personally, right? And let you know what's going on, what we do. All we're trying to do is help you unlock your future. Put a little guide in it, put a little trade in it. You know what I'm talking about? You got your future unlocked. Don't play with me, stay with me. I'd like to introduce y'all to that new coming out Allbar Elite CEM trading indicator. Mama Khaki is not playing. Y'all hear them bells ringing already. Bells will be ringing. Yes, yes, yes. Sunshine will be in the building shortly. Today is the first day of summer camp. You know what that means? Ha 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 ha. We almost kid free around here. Mm-hmm. Ah, sipping on some fresh tea. Oh, we ready, y'all. What we need to do next, right, is what we need to do first. Let's drop that word. Drop that word on them. Y'all see it already in the chat, don't you? If you don't, look over in the chat and you will see 1 Samuel 2:21. All right, y'all. The Eternal One showed his favor towards Hannah again, and she conceived and gave birth to 3 sons, 2 daughters. And her son Samuel grew up in the presence of the Eternal One. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? She thought she was going to get 1 child, but God did it again and again. Watch out, y'all. All right, that being said, let's get on over here. Not to the charts yet. Get us to the news. To the news. All right, here we go. We are looking at today, June 23rd, 8 o'clock. We have orange photo news for Euro jumping off. And then at 8:45, USD red folder news, category 2. Like, you know, it's like two hurricanes coming at one time. Yeah, watch out there now, Shawty. Watch out there now. 9 a.m. orange folder news for USD. Rest of it's going to be yellow folder news. Make a little lemonade out of that. And in other news, 39 minutes. 8:45. Again, same thing. Red folders. And then you see that orange folder in there. Oh, yeah. It's going to be shaking and baking. So y'all look out. Batten down the hatches. And then right after that, 9 o'clock, 2 more red folders and another orange folder for USD. Batten down the hatches. News is on the way. 4 hours, 2 more orange folders for USD. On top of all that, y'all got to watch out because this war is going to shake things up a bit. All right? So get ready. Let's jump over into these charts. Take a look at what happened Friday. Friday, we did bing, bing, bing. Get a TP over here on that GBP JPY. Our other trade that was over here, which was Euro GBP, did not even activate. So, cool, we'll take that one. We'll take that one. We ended the week, I'm going to say 2 weeks. I think we had 5 trades that we lost, and we won about 30. Right? So, not bad. Not bad, but not as good as we used to do, like we normally do. So, we had some little bumps in the road. I think the war and kind of what's going on had a big play in that. So let me know if you got something that you'd like me to take a look at. And again, don't be afraid to hit that thumbs up. Give us a like. Give us a like. Even if you don't want to share, it's cool. I know sharing is caring, but it's fine if you don't. I understand. Couple things we could do. We could sit here and wait, look around until the news drops and see what happens. Or let's just look around. I mean, I don't want to really call anything. We could go away from USD, call some trades out. All right, let's just look around and see. Hello, God bless. Where is it saying? Where is it saying? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Yes, Lord. Okay. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Yes, Lord.
I think power is about how loud you can be, how much noise you can make, how many people you can get to notice you. But real power,
for waking us up this morning.
Real power doesn't announce itself. It doesn't beg for attention. It doesn't need approval. Power moves in silence. It builds when no one is watching. It strengthens in the dark. Away from the noise, away from the distractions, away from the opinions of the world. See, the problem is everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be heard. They want to prove to the world that they're doing something, that they're making progress. So they talk about their plans before they've even begun. They post about their grind before they've even put in the work. They tell the world what they're about to do, looking for validation, looking for encouragement. And when they don't get it, they stop. They get discouraged. They lose momentum. That's why I'm telling you.
In your holy name we pray.
Move in silence.
Amen.
Build in silence. Grow in silence. Because the moment you start talking, you invite doubt. You invite criticism. You invite people who don't see your vision, who don't believe in what you're doing, to come in and plant seeds of negativity in your mind, and before you know it,
love you too,
you start questioning yourself. Maybe they're right. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I'm not good enough. But if you had just kept your mouth shut and stayed focused, you wouldn't have given them the chance to derail you. Listen to me. Every great thing ever built started in silence. The greatest athletes, they don't brag about the training. They don't need to tell the world about every sacrifice they make. They just show up on game day and dominate. The greatest businesses, they don't announce their plans before they've executed them. They put in the work behind the scenes, and when they launch, the world takes notice. The greatest minds, the greatest leaders, the greatest creators, they don't waste time talking about what they're going to do. They just do it. But some of you can't help yourself. You get a good idea, and before you've even started, you tell everybody about it. And now, instead of building, you're defending. Instead of focusing on execution, you're explaining yourself. Instead of locking in on your goal, you're battling opinions that were never meant to shape your path in the first place. You gave people access to your vision before it was ready. Stop giving people a front row seat to your process. Not everyone deserves to know what you're working on. Not everyone deserves to have an opinion on your journey. Some of you are struggling not because you're not capable, but because you keep inviting people into spaces they were never meant to be in. You keep seeking approval from people who don't understand your grind, who don't see the long nights, who don't feel the weight of your dreams. And because they don't see it, they don't believe in it. And because they don't believe in it, they speak against it. And now you're second guessing yourself because you gave them a voice in a conversation they were never meant to be part of. You got to protect your vision. You got to guard your dreams like they're sacred, because they are. Not everyone needs to know what you're doing. Not everyone needs access to your journey. You don't owe the world an explanation. You don't owe them updates. The only thing you owe them is results. Let them see the outcome, not the process. Let them witness the process, not the struggle it took to get there. When you move in silence, you keep your power. When you stay quiet and just do the work, you don't waste energy proving yourself. You don't waste time explaining. You don't let outside noise shape your focus. You stay locked in. And when the time is right, when the work is done, when the vision is fully realized, you don't have to say a word, because the results will speak for themselves. So I'm telling you now, stop talking, stop announcing your every move, stop looking for validation. Focus on yourself, stay silent, put in the work, and when you finally step out, let them be shocked by what you built. Some of you can't figure out why not making progress. You've got the talent, you've got the ability, you've got the vision, but every time you take a step forward, something pulls you back. Every time you build momentum, something slows you down. And you think it's bad luck. You think it's the world working against you. But the truth is, it's you. You're the one letting distractions steal your focus. You're the one allowing people, situations, and meaningless noise to pull you away from what matters. You don't have time to be worried about what everybody else is doing. You don't have time to be scrolling, watching, comparing, debating. You don't have time to be explaining yourself to people who don't understand your grind. Every second you waste focused on somebody else is a second stolen from your own progress. And the crazy part, some of you are more invested in someone else's life than your own. You know what they're doing, what they're working on, where they're going, who they're talking to. But what about you? What are you building? What are you creating? Where's your energy going? Because if it's not going into your own growth, your own success, your own mission, then you are wasting time that you can never get back. You say you want to be great, but do you really? Because greatness requires discipline. It requires locking in when the world is trying to pull you in 1,000 different directions. It requires saying no to distractions, no to drama, no to unnecessary conversations, no to everything that doesn't move you closer to your goal. And I get it. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's easier to waste time than to face the work that needs to be done. But let me tell you something. Every minute you spend on distractions is a minute you could have spent sharpening your skills, strengthening your mind, pushing yourself closer to the life you say you want. You ever notice how the people who talk the most do the least? They spend so much time running their miles, so much time watching what other people are doing, they forget to put in the work themselves. That's why you got to be different. You got to be the one who is so locked in, so focused, so committed to your purpose that you don't even hear the noise around you. When people come to you with nonsense, you don't entertain it. When they try to pull you into distractions, you don't engage. When they come with negativity, with gossip, with anything that doesn't serve your purpose, you don't even respond. Because you are too busy working on you. And I know some of you feel like you have to respond, like you have to defend yourself, like you have to explain your journey. but you don't. Silence is power. Focus is power. When you stop giving energy to distractions, they lose their hold on you. When you stop engaging in things that don't matter, you gain clarity. When you stop worrying about what everyone else thinks, you move faster. See, the ones who win in life aren't the ones who are the loudest. The ones who are the loudest aren't the ones who are they aren't the ones who are the most popular. They're the ones who stay focused when everyone else is distracted. They're the ones who choose discipline over entertainment. They're the ones who wake up every day with a vision and refuse to let anything pull them away from it. They don't care who's watching. They don't care who's talking. They don't care what the world thinks. They just keep moving forward. So let me ask you, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to change your life? How bad do you want to reach your goals? Because if you really want it, then you have to cut the distractions. You have to stop letting meaningless things steal your time. You have to stop chasing validation. Stop explaining yourself. Stop wasting energy on things that don't build you. You have to take control of your focus, protect it like it's your most valuable asset. Because it is. There are two types of people in this world, the ones who are distracted and the ones who are focused. The ones who watch and the ones who work. The ones who talk and the ones who execute. The question is, which one are you? Because if you're tired of being stuck, tired of making excuses, tired of watching other people win while you stay in the same place, then it's time to make a decision. It's time to cut the distractions. It's time to lock in. It's time to focus on yourself and never look back. Everybody wants to shine, but nobody wants to do the work in the dark. Everybody wants the applause, the recognition, the rewards. But when it comes to putting in the effort behind the scenes, when nobody's watching, when there's no instant validation, no immediate payoff, most people fold. They get discouraged, they slow down. See, retorts, and that's exactly why most people never make it. See, you don't get to skip the process. You don't get to walk into greatness without putting in the hours, without sacrificing, without grinding when no one even knows your name. The ones who win, the ones who truly succeed, they aren't the ones looking for attention. They aren't the ones broadcasting every move they make. They are the ones who disappear into the work. They wake up before the world, they stay up after everyone else is asleep, and they put in the hours in complete silence. No cameras, no audience, no validation, just discipline. And I get it. Some of you want people to see your effort. You want them to acknowledge how hard you're working. You want them to respect your grind. But let me tell you something. Respect doesn't come from what you say you're doing. Respect comes from results. Respect comes from stepping into the room and people already knowing what you're about without you having to say a word. Because they've seen what you've built. They've seen what you've accomplished. And by the time they notice, by the time they start clapping, it's already done. But some of you can't wait. Some of you feel the need to tell everybody about your plans before you've even started. You post about your goals before you've put in the work. You talk about your dreams more than you execute on them. And the problem with that, the moment you start talking, you lose momentum. The moment you announce it, you start feeling like you've already done something. Like just saying it is enough, but it's not. Words don't build empires. Talking doesn't create success. Work. You ever wonder why the greatest athletes, the greatest leaders, the greatest minds are always the ones who stay the quietest? Because they understand that the real work happens behind closed doors. They understand that success isn't built on hype, it's built on repetition, on sweat, on the lonely hours when nobody is watching. That's when champions are made. That's when businesses are built. That's when legends are created. Not in front of an audience, but in the silence of discipline. Some of you are waiting for the right time to start, waiting for the perfect conditions, waiting until people believe in you. But let me tell you something. Nobody is going to believe in you until you...
All right, y'all. Woo! When I say nuggets being dropped, I mean nuggets being dropped. He is not playing. He is dropping some nuggets. BT is in the building. So right now, come on, GBP CAD. GBP CAD. Looking for a sale stop. Okay. Entry for this sale stop that I'm going on is going to be 1.84484. 1.84484. TP I'm looking for is 1.84383. Again, that's 1.84383. All right, let's get back over here to ET and see what's cracking.
You give them something to believe in. Nobody is going to cheer for you when you're still talking about what you're going to do. They don't care about your potential. They care about what you produce. So stop waiting, stop announcing, stop looking for validation. Go into the dark and do the work. And here's the truth, working in silence is hard. Because it's lonely, because there's no immediate payoff, because sometimes you'll wonder if it's even worth it. But if you can push through that, if you can commit to showing up every single day without needing recognition, without needing a pat on the back, without needing anyone to see you.
At Fiverr, we offer 3D rendering.
Then one day you're going to step out into the world and they won't even recognize you. They won't believe how far you've come. They won't understand how you got so good, so strong, so powerful, because while they were talking, while they were watching, while they were waiting, you were working. So let them wonder, let them be surprised, let them ask, where did this come from? Because when you move in silence, when you grind in the dark, when you put in the work with no distractions, by the time they see you, it's already too late. You're already ahead, you already won, and there's nothing they can do to stop you. Some of you are exhausted and you don't even know why. You're tired, not because you're working too hard, but because you're giving your energy to the wrong thing. You're drained, not because you're grinding, but because you're letting people pull you in 1,000 different directions. You keep explaining yourself to people who don't get it. You keep trying to convince people to see your vision when they were never meant to be part of it in the first place. And you wonder why you feel stuck. Your energy is precious. Your focus is limited. You only have so much to give in a day, so much mental space, so much emotional capacity. And every time you waste it on meaningless conversations, pointless arguments, unnecessary drama, you are robbing yourself of the power you need to move forward. You are handing over your potential to distraction. You are feeding the very things that are keeping you from where you want to be. And I get it. You feel like you have to explain yourself. You feel like you have to defend your journey, justify your choices, prove to people that you're serious. But let me tell you something. Real power doesn't explain itself. Real power moves. Real power doesn't stop to ask for approval. It doesn't pause to convince people. It just goes. It just builds. It just executes. You ever notice how the ones who are really making moves don't have time for the nonsense? They don't engage in every little debate. They don't waste time trying to prove themselves to people who don't matter, because they understand that every second spent explaining is a second stolen from execution. Every ounce of energy wasted on doubters is energy that could have been used to build. Some of you are too available. You're too accessible. Every time someone calls, you pick up. Every time someone needs something, you drop everything. Every time someone questions your path, you stop and try to convince them. And meanwhile, your own dreams are sitting on the back burner. Your own goals are waiting while you pour yourself into everything and everyone except yourself. And then you wonder why you aren't making progress. You have to start protecting your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. You can't afford to be everywhere with everyone all the time. You can't afford to give your attention to everything that comes your way. Not if you're serious about winning, not if you really want to level up, because success requires focus. Growth requires discipline, and you can't be disciplined if you're constantly distracted. Some of you are fighting battles that aren't even yours to fight, engaging in negativity that has nothing to do with you, worrying about things that don't impact your journey, and it's draining you, it's stealing from your potential, it's slowing you down. You got to stop letting people drag you into places you don't belong. Stop letting them pull you into their chaos. Stop responding to every opinion, every doubt, every question. It's not your job to make them understand. It's not your responsibility to make them believe. Your only job is to execute. Your only responsibility is to do the work. And here's the truth. Not everybody deserves access to you. Not everybody should get a seat at your table. Some people are only in your life to take, to drain, to distract. And if you keep allowing them in, you're the one to blame. You have to take control of who and what gets your energy. You have to set boundaries. You have to make it clear that your time is valuable, your focus is non-negotiable, and your vision is not up for discussion. And I know it's not easy. It's not easy to cut people off. It's not easy to say no. It's not easy to walk away from conversations, from relationships, from situations that no longer serve you. But you have to ask yourself, do you want comfort or do you want greatness? Do you want to be liked or do you want to win? Because you can't have both. You can't be everything to everyone and still be great. The ones who make it, the ones who truly rise to the top, are the ones who master the art of protecting their energy. They don't waste time on distractions. They don't engage in battles that don't matter. They don't let outsiders dictate their journey. They stay locked in. They stay disciplined. They stay focused. So stop explaining. Stop justifying. Stop wasting energy on things that don't move you forward. Protect your focus. Guard your energy. And watch how fast your life starts to change. Most people don't even realize how much they're holding themselves back. They think it's their circumstances. They think it's the people around them. They think it's bad luck, timing, or lack of opportunity. But the truth is, the biggest thing standing between you and your next level is your own mindset. It's the way you think. It's the way you move. It's what you allow yourself to believe about what's possible. Some of you have been playing small for so long that you've started to believe that's all you're capable of. You've been doubting yourself for so long that failure feels normal. You've been around average so much that you've convinced yourself that greatness is for other people. And that's the problem right there. You don't even see how powerful you really are. You don't even recognize the potential inside of you because you've been surrounded by limitations for too long. And that's why you have to shift. That's why you have to wake up and decide that enough is enough. You have to reprogram your mind, change your environment, and stop allowing yourself to settle. Because the only thing stopping you from becoming everything you were meant to be is the fact that you keep making excuses instead of making changes. Some of you spend more time thinking about what could go wrong than what could go right. You let fear talk you out of your own destiny. You overthink, you hesitate, you wait for the perfect moment, the right circumstances. And meanwhile, life keeps moving. Time keeps passing. Opportunities keep slipping through your fingers because while you're sitting there waiting for everything to line up perfectly, somebody else is out there making it happen with half the resources, half the connections, half the support. And that's what separates the ones who win from the ones who don't. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not even intelligence, it's mindset. It's the ability to see past the obstacles and focus on the possibilities. It's the ability to move with confidence even when the odds aren't in your favor. It's the ability to keep pushing forward even when nothing around you seems to be working. But some of you aren't willing to do that. You let a little failure break you. You let a little setback convince you that it's over. You let one bad day turn into a bad week, then a bad month, then a bad year, until you're right back where you started, talking about what you could have done instead of actually doing it. Let me tell you something. Winners don't have time for self-doubt. They don't have time to sit around questioning themselves. They don't have time to entertain negative thoughts, to listen to the voices telling them they can. They're too busy proving to themselves that they can. They're too busy putting in the work, sharpening their skills, pushing through the pain, learning from the losses.
I'm basically just taking a look at the market and looking at the news and checking things out. Press pause to let y'all know that I'm looking at this GA trade for a buy. Let me just measure up. Okay, GCAD is pulling back. GCAD is taking off, going to the upside. And just want to measure this here. So there's power and CAD. TP is looking like right here. Okay, there's the entry right there if you can see it. So may catch an entry there. You can put that in. This will be a good time to go ahead and do that. All right. If you cannot see it, if you're rocking with an iPhone or something like that, I'll see if I can help you out. Call this trade out for you for GA. Looking at a buy stop, we're almost in. Might even be market execution type style, but it's pulling back. Entry for this buy stop is going to be 2 point, already in. It's in there, 2.09923. Seeing if she's going to pull back. There's a possibility she may pull back and may be able to jump in. I'm going to do 2.10029. I'm waiting for an opportunity for it to pull back a little bit more so I can jump in on this buy stop. It pulled back, and there we go. So there's a pullback. I see you in here, Tanya, with the sunshine again. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So on GCAD, nothing. On GA, I put my entry in after the market pulled back. I'm not in the trade yet. Not in the trade yet. But just waiting. It's pulling back right now. Give some time to see if I can get a bail on this thing. Yes.
And making adjustments. You have to start thinking differently. You have to start believing that you belong in the room. You have to stop seeing yourself as less than. Stop questioning whether you're good enough, whether you're worthy, whether you deserve success. Because the moment you start walking in the confidence of someone who knows they are built for this, everything changes. Your energy changes, your results change, your life changes. But you have to do the work. You have to challenge yourself every single day. You have to push past your fears. to show up even when you don't feel like it. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to stop waiting for someone to validate you and start validating yourself. You have to stop looking for permission and start taking action. Because the truth is, nobody is going to come and save you. Nobody is going to come and push you to greatness. Nobody is going to hand you success. You have to take it. You have to go out and get it. You have to make the decision every single day to think like a winner, move like a winner, and refuse to settle for anything less than what you deserve. So if you're tired of being stuck, if you're tired of feeling like life is passing you by, if you're tired of watching other people live their dreams while you stay in the same place, then it's time to change. It's time to shift your mindset. It's time to stop making excuses and start making moves. Because the only thing standing between you and everything you've ever wanted is you. Too many people are out here letting distractions dictate their future. Too many people are wasting time, energy, and focus on things that have absolutely nothing to do with where they're trying to go. And then they wonder why they're not making progress. They wonder why they're stuck, why they're not seeing results, why they keep falling short of their potential. It's not because they're not capable. It's not because they don't have what it takes. It's because they keep getting pulled in by nonsense. You say you want success, but do your actions match your words? You say you want to be great, but how much time are you actually putting into your craft? Because I promise you, the people who are out here winning are not scrolling their lives away. They're not arguing with strangers online. They're not wasting their time debating with people who aren't even doing anything with their own lives. They are locked in. They are focused. They are moving with a purpose. Some of you keep getting caught up in things that have nothing to do with your mission. You let people pull you into their drama. You let outside noise shake your confidence. You let every little opinion, every little criticism, every little distraction knock you off track. And that's exactly why you're not where you want to be. You're too accessible. You're too available. You're giving too much energy to things that don't serve you. And the crazy part is, you know it. You know you're wasting time. You know you're giving energy to things that don't move you forward. But instead of making adjustments, instead of tightening up your focus, you keep letting it happen. At some point, you've got to decide what matters more, your future or your distraction. At some point, you've got to wake up and realize that you can't afford to keep playing around. Because every second you waste, somebody else is out there grinding. Somebody else is out there sharpening their skills. Somebody else is out there taking advantage of the opportunities that you keep letting slip through your fingers. You've got to take control of your time. You've got to be intentional about what you give your energy to. You've got to start asking yourself, does this help me get better? Does this help me grow? Does this bring me close to my goals? If the answer is no, then you don't have time for it. If the answer is no, then it's got to go. Period. And I get it. Some of you are afraid of missing out. You don't want to cut people off. You don't want to be the one who's always working. You don't want to feel like you're sacrificing too much. But let me tell you something. Success requires sacrifice. Discipline requires sacrifice. You cannot have the life you say you want if you're not willing to give up the things that are holding you back. You can't be at every party and expect to be elite. You can't binge watch every show and expect to be dominant. You can't spend all day distracted and expect to wake up successful. It doesn't work like that. You have to make a choice. You have to decide what's more important, short-term pleasure or long-term greatness. You have to be willing to say no to distractions, no to time wasters, no to anything that does not align with your vision. And that's not easy because people won't understand. They'll call you boring. They'll say you're too serious. They'll try to make you feel bad for being disciplined. But that's only because they don't have the same vision you do. That's only because they don't see what you see. And that's fine. They don't have to understand. They don't have to agree. But what they think cannot stop you. Their opinions cannot slow you down. You've got to get comfortable being different. You've got to get comfortable being locked in. You've got to get comfortable saying no. Because the truth is, you can either fit in or you can stand out, but you can't do both. You can either be like everybody else or you can rise above. You can either be distracted or you can be disciplined. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to how bad you want it. Because if you really wanted it, if you really wanted to succeed, if you really wanted to be great, you wouldn't keep letting distractions steal your time. You wouldn't keep entertaining things that don't serve you. You wouldn't keep making excuses. You would lock in, you would focus, you would move with urgency. So no more wasting time, no more getting caught up in things that don't matter, no more letting distractions dictate your future. It's time to get serious. It's time to cut the nonsense. It's time to focus, because every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. Some of you are way too concerned with what other people think. You're spending too much time worried about how people see you, whether they approve of what you're doing, whether they support you. You're looking for validation from people who don't even believe in themselves. You're waiting for permission from people who have never built anything, never chased a dream, never taken a risk. And that's why you're stuck. That's why you're not making moves. You're trapped in this cycle of needing approval instead of going after what you know is yours. Let me tell you something. To give you permission to be great. Nobody is going to wake up one day and suddenly start believing in you if you don't believe in yourself. Nobody's going to hand you success, hand you confidence, hand you the mindset you need to win. You have to take that for yourself. You have to decide that no matter who supports you, no matter who claps for you, no matter who believes in you, you're going to keep going. Some of you are letting the opinions of people who don't even matter control your life. You're making decisions based on fear of judgment. You're holding yourself back because you don't want to be criticized. You're toning yourself down, shrinking yourself, playing small just so you don't make other people uncomfortable. And for what? So they'll like you? So they'll accept you? Let me ask you something. What has their approval done for you so far? What has playing small gotten you? What has waiting for permission brought into your life? Success doesn't come to those who wait for applause. It comes to those who are willing to move in silence, willing to grind without recognition, willing to put in the work even when nobody is watching. It comes to those who don't need validation, don't need hand-holding, don't need a cheerleading squad to do what they know they were meant to do. You have to stop caring so much about what people think, because no matter what you do, somebody is going to have something to say. If you fail, they'll talk. If you win, they'll talk. If you stay the same, they'll still talk. So you might as well do what you want to do. You might as well go all in. You might as well give it everything you've got, because at the end of the day, their opinions don't pay your bills. Their opinions don't build your legacy. Their opinions don't create your success. You do. You have to learn how to be okay with people not understanding you. You have to be okay with walking alone sometimes. You have to be okay with people doubting you, questioning you, thinking you're crazy. Because the truth is, most people don't have the vision you have. Most people don't have the drive, the hunger, the mindset to go after something bigger than themselves. And that's why they don't get it. That's why they don't support it. That's why they don't believe. But their disbelief is not your problem. Their lack of vision is not your responsibility. You don't have to convince them. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to waste time proving anything to people who were never meant to see your vision in the first place. Your only job is to execute. Your only job is to keep going, to keep building, to keep growing until the results speak so loudly that you don't have to say a word. And here's the thing. When you finally make it, when you finally start winning, some of those same people who doubted you, who talked about you, who didn't support you, they're going to come back around. They're going to act like they were with you the whole time. They're going to act like they believed in you from the start. And that's why you can't waste time worrying about them now. Because when it's all said and done, success will be your only response. So stop waiting for validation. Stop looking for approval. Stop needing permission. The only approval you need is your own. The only validation you need is in the work you put in. The only permission you need is the decision to go all in. Because the moment you stop caring about what people think, the moment you stop letting their opinions control you, that's the moment you finally set yourself free. At some point, you got to realize that your future is in your hands, not your friends' hands, not your family's hands, not your boss's hands, yours. And that you got to take full responsibility for where you are and where you're going. No more blaming, no more excuses, no more waiting for somebody to come save you. Nobody is coming. It's all on you. Some of you have been waiting for the perfect moment to start. You've been waiting for everything to line up just right before you make a move. You've been telling yourself, I'll start when I feel ready. I'll go after it when the time is right. I'll do it when I have more support. And that's exactly why you're still in the same place. Because the truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The stars are never going to align just right. And if you keep waiting, you're going to wake up one day and realize that life passed you by while you were standing still. You've got to stop hesitating. You've got to stop overthinking. You've got to stop letting fear keep you stuck, because every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. Every opportunity you let slip away is one that might not come around.
All right, for my futures traders, I just put in Russell trade right here with the entry. And we are now in on the Russell's trade right here. There we go. Big dog barking, big dog barking. We are in, we are in. All right, let's get back over here and see what's going on. We're in profit right now. It's futures trade. Waiting for the GA buy. It's pulling away from us. Cool.
Again. And the people who are out here winning, the people who are making things happen, they're not more talented than you. They're not luckier than you. They don't have some special advantage that you don't have. The only difference is they decided to move. They decided to stop waiting. They decided to go all in, even when they weren't ready, even when the odds were against them, even when nobody believed in them. And that's the mindset you have to develop if you're serious about winning, because life is not going to hand you success. It's not going to knock on your door and say, here you go. Here's your dream. Here's your breakthrough. Here's everything you ever wanted. No, you've got to take it. You've got to go get it. You've got to be willing to do whatever it takes for however long it takes until you make it happen. Some of you want success, but you're not willing to do the work. You want to be great, but you're not willing to sacrifice. You want to reach the next level, but you're still moving like the old version of yourself. And that's not going to cut it, because every new level requires a new you. Every new level demands a new mindset, a new work ethic, a new level of discipline. You have to be willing to let go of the habits, the excuses, the old ways of thinking that are holding you back. You have to be willing to wake up earlier, stay up later, put in extra hours when everybody else is relaxing. You have to be willing to separate yourself from the people who aren't growing, who aren't pushing, who aren't going where you're going. because not everybody can go with you. Not everybody is meant to be part of your journey. And that's okay. You've got to lock in. You've got to get serious. You've got to make up your mind that you're not stopping until you get what you came for. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the work you're not doing. The only thing standing between you and your goals is the fear you haven't faced.
Just hit TP1.
The only thing standing between you and your success is you.
TP1 with the Russell.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep waiting? Are you going to keep making excuses? Are you going to keep letting fear, doubt, and distractions rob you of your future? Or are you going to step up? Are you going to decide right here, right now, that you're done playing small, done hesitating, done holding yourself back? Because if you're really serious about this, if you're really committed to winning, then it's time to move. It's time to stop talking about it and start being about it. It's time to show up every single day and put in the work like your future depends on it. Because it does.
All right. Y'all heard what ET said.
All of us have motivation of some sort.
All right, it's up to you. You have the opportunity to change things around in your life. It's up to us. All right, Monday, we sitting here. We just sitting back, chilling and waiting. We got the market pulling back against us, but we are not in anything right now, so it's looking pretty good. You know. This right here is a good sign that the market may continue to go up right here for a while. I could come back to do a retest here. Could stop its retest at about right up in here and then go back down. Same here. Could be going down for a retest. The news. It's 1 minute away for USD. We already had that news that happened at 8:45. Now we're 1 minute away from the 9 o'clock news. And just going to take a look at what that's going to be like. So far, looks like there's power in USD. A lot of consolidation in the markets, just waiting until after this news drops. All right, it's coming up. Just want to see what's going to happen with USD. We have just these here and see if it's going to affect our market at all. We can take a look at USD JPY just to see how it's going to affect it, if it's going to push it up, if it's going to continue to drive the market down. If there is some strength by USA here, the market will start to push up if their news is good for USA. So here we are, news has officially dropped. It is in full effect. And we'll see if it actually affects the other markets that we are in or other trades that we are looking to take. My wife and I. All right. Russell has hit TP2. Russell has hit TP2. We have done it. Bang, bang, shindig. Get it in, get it in, get it in. All right, let's just see what we got over here with the Russ. Okay, this is pushing up. This is steady going up. You'll see JPY is pushing down, so JPY is moving to. Well, so far, you gotta wait. You can't just say what is really going on right now. That news get flipped in a heartbeat, but here we go. You did see us lock that in. Mama Kathy did give us an alert. My indicator got an alert. My indicator to take the buy here. And we got our TP3. Or 2, I'm sorry. So, cool. All right, back over here. All right. So we're right at the first spot where we're saying the market could be here, turn around. You look at something like this to break past this, it could come up to here, and then, you know, if it breaks past this, this could be a reversal. Over here on this end, market comes past here. Yep, looking for it maybe to continue going down. But this is what I would give it there. Okay. So with that being said, I just want to go ahead and jump over and check out the word for today. Samuel 2:21 reads as follows: the Eternal One showed his favor towards Hannah again, and she conceived and gave birth to 3 sons, 2 daughters. And her son Samuel grew up in the presence of the Eternal One. Hannah had been married for many years. I don't know if y'all know the story of Hannah, but she had been married for many years, but couldn't have kids. She came to a place of depressed. She was so depressed and just cried out to the Lord. In response, Hannah, heard from the Lord. The Lord gave her a baby boy named Samuel. She dedicated to the service of the house of God. She was so happy. She dedicated this boy, and that could have been wonderful. That could have been a great ending to this story. But God likes to exceed our expectation. She asked for 1 son, but look at what God did. His goodness. He said, in effect, Hannah, you're satisfied with 1, but I'm not going to just, give you that. I'm going to show you favor. And she had 2 more kids. So it's powerful. God is going to do more and can do more than what we expect or even what we want. When you pray and you stay faithful, God will open doors that no man can close. Okay? So let us pray. Father, thank you that you know best when it comes to things that we desire and ask for. Thank you that you keep doors closed and take me through challenges I don't understand. And I thank you for opening doors that no man can close. And you open these doors, and they are wilder and full of blessings more than we can imagine. I believe that you will show us your favor again and again. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. There's the word. And at the same time, you know, we are at the top of the hour and we can see what happened. We got to close above this zone here, so I can expect this here to ride up. But no sweat off our back because we didn't even enter the trade. We didn't get in. Could have probably looked to see the opportunity for the counter trend trade, but I'd rather not do that. Sometimes patience is the best thing. Just sit and wait until things go in your flavor, shall I say favor. All right. A lot of times we want to rush into trades and kind of make things happen and just jump in and be in. But a lot of times it's best just to sit back and wait until things are going in the direction that they should be going in. Just going with the trend, keeping it simple. All right. I do have confirmation and looking at and seeing that there was, you know, possibility of the pull-up that's taking place here, and there is a higher move for the trend. I'm just going to check, double check, and triple check here before we get off of here. So looks like at this point, you know, this could be most definitely the move for the up. So before we get out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and just set this up. And we could take this. Okay. Let me slide this over so we can see where the market is at. So this could be your buy stop. So it should look like this. And this should be your TP. Okay. So GBP CAD. Now we'll take an entry here for the buy and then TP. Above. So sometimes it's good to wait till after the news hits before really jumping in, because even though it may not be news and what you're trading, sometimes it can affect the other market. So GBP CAD buy stop. There's CAD, am I correct? Yep. One 1.85064, 1.85064, and then a TP 1.85163, 1.85163. Okay. Well, I have been going in. We'll just wait to see what we get. Give it a little more time since we had that news. See what happens here. That's it. Y'all go ahead and sit, check it out. We didn't get a reversal on the other one, or we didn't get a close below. So I'm just going to play that one, let that one play out. But that's it for today. We are done. You are welcome, Tanya. You are welcome. Rolling with Coach Choc, aka Chocinhood. I got the wife in the building with me. Sunshine is here. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for joining us. You can catch us mañana, tomorrow, if the good Lord says the same, at 8 a.m. Central. So we can do it again. All right. Hope the motivational word was good for you, and hope the scripture was good as well for you. Hope it does something for you. You can go over to allbarelite.com, go down to the bottom of our website, click on the Facebook tab, the Facebook logo, and ask to join our Facebook page or our community. All right. Disclaimers here. You can take a screenshot of it if you want to. Go over it. Just understand that trading can be risky. Not telling anybody to trade. We're just showing you what we do, right? But if you do want to know how to trade, at the same time, you can go over to Allbar Elite and register for our Easy 80 trading program, and we'll see if our course is a good course for you. All right, just by clicking right here on this link. That is it, y'all. Again, take care and God bless. I'm out.